Good day, my dear friends. It warms my heart to be here with you today, sharing not just words, but pieces of wisdom earned through the long, winding journey of life. At our age, every sunrise we witness is not just another day. It is a blessing, a rare gift many no longer have the privilege to see. And because of that, I want to ask you something deeply personal. Have you ever paused, truly paused, and wondered what hidden dangers may still be quietly robbing us of the precious years we have left? Today, let us slow down, like old friends gathered around a familiar table, the kind worn smooth by countless conversations, and reflect on the 5 worst habits that no one in their 70s should ever carry forward. And just as important, we will uncover 3 critical mistakes, pitfalls that must be avoided if we are to protect the health, dignity, and time that remain. Let me begin with a truth many of us overlook. The silent killer lurking in our daily routines, sitting too long and living a sedentary lifestyle. You see, after decades of labor, raising families, building careers, and carrying responsibilities heavier than most could imagine, it feels almost natural to sit, to rest, to believe we have earned our stillness. But here's what science says. Prolonged sitting is not resting, my friends. It is rusting. According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, in the United States, sitting for hours on end increases the risk of heart disease, diabetes, obesity, and even cancer. And that is not just theory, it is cold, hard fact. What makes this even more dangerous for us, my friends, is that every hour spent sitting chips away at the muscles that guard us against one of the deadliest threats to seniors, falls. A simple fall at our age, as many of you know all too well, can mean a hip fracture, a long hospital stay, and the loss of the independence we have fought so hard to keep. Even sitting too long after meals disrupts blood sugar regulation, setting the stage for diabetes. But do not despair. The solution is simple, and it is in your hands. Rise. Move. Remind your body that you are still here, still capable. Every 30 to 60 minutes, stand up, stretch your arms, walk to the window, tend to your garden or fetch yourself a glass of water. If 30 minutes of walking feels too heavy, break it down. 10 minutes after every meal. Small steps, my friends, but each one brings you closer to reclaiming your health. Now, while we speak of movement, let me lead you to another threat most do not see until it is too late. The gradual loss of muscle mass, known in medicine as sarcopenia. Many of us chuckle when we feel weaker, shrugging it off as just getting old. But there is nothing funny about this, my dear friends. After 70, muscle loss accelerates, stealing not only our strength, but our very ability to live independently. Suddenly, tasks as simple as rising from a chair or lifting a bag of groceries feel like mountains. What is worse, losing muscle also robs us of our blood sugar control, raising our risk of diabetes. It weakens our immune system, leaving us vulnerable to infections. And perhaps most painful of all, it strains our backs, causing relentless pain that erodes the joy of our days. But hear me, this is not our fate unless we let it be. You do not need a gym, nor do you need fancy machines. What you need is intention. 10 sit-to-stand movements, 3 times a day. Do it slowly, holding onto a sturdy chair if needed. Add morning stretches. Take walks not just to pass the time, but to reclaim your power. Every move you make is a declaration. I am still here. I am still strong. And speaking of strength, there is a hidden danger many in America face. One so simple yet so deadly. Dehydration. As we age, the sensation of thirst fades. We forget to drink, or worse, we believe we do not need as much water as we once did. But science tells a harsher story. The National Institutes of Health reports that dehydration is one of the leading causes of hospitalizations among elderly Americans. Dehydration thickens our blood, forcing our hearts to work harder. It stresses our kidneys, leading to painful stones. It dries our skin, deepens our wrinkles, and turns simple bowel movements into dreaded chores. So, let me plead with you. Do not wait until you feel thirsty. By then, it is already too late. Keep water close. Treat hydration as sacred, like your morning prayer. Sip herbal tea. Add a slice of lemon. But whatever you do, drink. Because water is life. Without it, even the strongest tree will wither. Now, my friends, allow me to speak of another habit we often neglect, skipping regular health checkups. Many of us were raised with the belief that you only see a doctor when something breaks. But at our age, that belief is dangerous. Skipping health screenings is like driving through a foggy road blindfolded, heading straight for a cliff we cannot see. In America, routine checkups, blood pressure, cholesterol, bone density, diabetes screenings are proven to catch diseases early when they are most treatable. Remember, your doctor is not your adversary. They are your ally in this final sacred chapter of life. Do not let pride rob you of years you still deserve to live. And now, my dear friends, we arrive at a habit that robs us gently, quietly, every single night: poor sleep. How often have we laughed and said, "Old folks just do not sleep much"? But that is not wisdom. It is a lie. The National Sleep Foundation warns us, less than 6 hours of sleep increases our risk of heart disease, memory loss, and even Alzheimer's. Sleep is not a luxury. It is our body's way of repairing itself. Every hour you sleep is a gift to your heart, your brain, your very soul. So, tonight, do this for me. Create a sleep ritual. Turn off the television. Dim the lights. Read something uplifting. Play soft music. Go to bed and rise at the same time each day. Honor sleep, and it will repay you with life. But my dearest friends, before we part ways today, there remain 3 grave mistakes, 3 silent traps that I must speak to you about. These are not merely careless habits, but dangerous missteps that could steal away the precious time we have left, dimming the light of our golden years far too soon. Please, lean in a little closer now, because what I am about to share may very well change the way you live the rest of your days. The first, my friends, is falling into the ease of a poor diet. I understand. It is all too tempting in today's fast-paced world to reach for what is quick, what is convenient, what is sweet and salty. Supermarkets overflow with processed foods designed to taste good but do us great harm. But hear this well. Every bite you take, every meal you choose, is either fighting disease or feeding it. The American Heart Association warns us that diets high in sugar, sodium, and unhealthy fats fuel obesity, diabetes, heart attacks, and strokes. Silent killers that claim more lives in this country than we dare to count. That is why I beg you, feed your body as you would a sacred temple. Return to the wisdom of our ancestors, who lived off the land. Fill your plate with leafy greens, vibrant vegetables, fresh fruits, lean proteins, whole grains, and the good fats that protect the heart. Let every meal be a celebration of life, not an invitation to disease. Now, the second pitfall, one that has followed too many of us like a shadow through the decades: smoking and excessive drinking. Some of us started long ago, in our youth, when cigarettes were a symbol of strength, and a drink was just another way to chase away the worries. But my friends, these habits are no longer old companions. They are enemies in disguise. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention reminds us that smoking continues to destroy our lungs, choke our hearts, and steal years off our lives. Alcohol, when it becomes more than a small pleasure, poisons the liver, clouds our minds, and turns our golden years into days of regret. But here is the truth no one tells you enough. It is never too late. Not now, not ever. Quitting smoking, drinking less, even today, adds years to your life and breath to your lungs. Do it not out of fear, but out of love. For yourself, for those who still need you, for the dreams you have yet to finish. And finally, perhaps the most invisible danger of them all, chronic stress. Yes, my friends, we carry so much on these old shoulders. The burdens of our children, the weight of lost time, the regrets we dare not speak aloud. But stress, left unchecked, is a silent killer. It raises our blood pressure, weakens our hearts, robs us of peace, and slowly chips away at the very soul that carried us this far. So I urge you, from the depths of my heart, find your peace. Seek the small joys that still make your heart sing. Pray if it soothes you. Meditate if it calms you. Tend to your garden, take slow walks in nature, paint the sunrise, sing an old song, hold your grandchild's hand. Whatever it is, do it, and do it often. Because a peaceful mind is the greatest gift you can give yourself as the sun sets gently on this journey called life. Now, my beloved friends, I leave you with this question. What will you do with the time you have left? Will you let these words drift away like the autumn leaves, Or will you hold them close and let them guide you toward a healthier, brighter tomorrow? If these words have touched your heart, I invite you, share your thoughts with me. Tell me your story. Tell me the changes you are ready to make. Together, let us build a circle of wisdom, a place where age is not a weakness, but a crown we wear with pride. Because we are not finished, my friends. No, not yet. This is our time to live fully, fiercely, and with the grace of those who have truly learned what matters most. Thank you, from the bottom of my heart, for sharing this moment with me. Take care of yourselves, your body, your mind, your spirit. Until we meet again, stay strong, stay wise, and above all, stay alive.